Hi, fourth graders. Pay close attention to our video. There's going to be one code word that you're going to hear, and on Seesaw, that's what you have to write down as your assignment since you'll be working on your Rube Goldberg projects. To start our hike, we're going to stop and visit Quilber. Quilber is the newest member of Blandford's Animal Ambassadors. So Quilber is a porcupine, and when he was young, he was injured and his mom didn't return back to him. So some people picked him up and they tried to have some other adult porcupines kind of act as a parent for him, but he didn't really interact with them very much. So then he ended up getting adopted by some humans, and he can't really survive out in the wild by himself because his mom wasn't able to teach him how to look for food or how to stay safe and find shelter in the winter. So if you make your way to Blandford, make sure you stop by and welcome Quilber. The wigwam, but we're gonna imagine that this is a cave. Let's peek in and see what we see in the cave. Oh, we got some bears. I wonder what they're doing in this dark cave. Well, a lot of you know that in the winter bears hibernate. They actually go through something called torpor. So they sleep for most of the winter, but they do get up occasionally and move around. So how does a bear conserve its energy when it's so cold outside? So in the fall, they have to eat and drink non-stop so that they build up their fat supply. And then in the winter, when they're in their torpor or their hibernation state, their body temperature drops, their pulse rate slows down, and their respiration, their breathing slows down as well. That doesn't require as much energy to support them, so they don't have to provide so much food, chemical energy. And the body uses that fat they stored as energy all winter long. Ooh, this big piece of bark would be perfect for an obstacle in your Rube Goldberg model. It could be an awesome ramp. Wow, the Blandford staff must have been very busy cutting a lot of firewood. So think, what type of energy would these pieces of logs have? Think you strike a match and you're using chemical energy, and then it turns into light and thermal energy when you get a fire to start going. I haven't been to Blandford in a while. Here they have a new log cabin. Looks pretty cool. Ooh, what's that I see up here? Look up in the trees. See if you see it. What do we think that big clump of leaves is? Yeah, that looks like a squirrel's dray. Squirrels would be nice and toasty up there. It's so nice in the winter because you can see the nests in squirrel drays really easily because there aren't any leaves on the trees. Hey, look, I see a squirrel right now. Alright, not a real squirrel. But what do squirrels do in the winter time? How do they conserve their energy? So most squirrels don't hibernate. They're outside all winter, but they like to stay in their drays, their nests, for most of that time, snuggled up so they stay warm. They also have thicker fur that grows in the winter to keep them extra warm. And they collect a lot of their food, so acorns, seeds, and different nuts in the fall, and they store it somewhere so that they don't have to use a lot of energy traveling and looking for food in the snow. They have all their food right there ready for them. So a great way to store some of their energy, they would be modeling potential energy. Ooh, look, we have a visitor on the path. It's staring us down.
See the deer? Has good camouflage right now, it blends in. Usually when you see one deer, you see more. I wonder if there's more deer around. And this guy really is just watching us. I wonder if he's happy to see us. Hey, he's wagging his tail. I think he is happy to see us. He probably misses all of you kids. Here's some more. Look at their nice white tails. That helps you to see them a little bit easier. Oh look, there's even more! Man, how many deer do you see? Did anybody count? It's a lot of deer. Any more hiding? Oh, I see a little bit more movement. See them starting to cross. Here they go. See how many you can count. So cool. So what do deer do in the winter to help save or conserve energy? Well, deer actually get a lot of thicker hair that's longer and darker. It's called guard hairs. They also have oil glands in their skin that make the hairs water repellent. So with the snow, it kind of just goes right off their body, protects it. They also have a darker winter coat that absorbs more sunlight and traps more body heat. They're also less active in the winter, and they sleep under conifer trees. So trees that have needles, so they have a little bit protection from the cold. See if you can find the deer that are being camouflaged in the woods. See how many you can count as I slide my phone over. See some movement. Ooh, I saw 4 deer. See if you can find them. Oh, there's even more back there. So we're gonna end our hike today with some trail cam footage. So my parents live near Blandford, and they have an area of woods in the back. And they have a trail cam set up. There's a bunch of these huge holes all throughout that wooded area. And so many different animals have been spotted. And right here we have one example. So here we have a mother fox and her little kits. So what do foxes do in the winter? Do they hibernate? No, they actually stay out in the winter. And the adult foxes will just lay down out in the open in the snow. They'll use their bushy tail to wrap themselves up kind of like a blanket to help conserve their heat. It saves their thermal energy. But if they have young kits, then they'll have a den like this big hole that we see, and the babies will stay in there. So one thing that foxes do to get ready for winter is they eat a lot of food, so they build up their body fat. It helps to insulate them. Foxes, along with other types of dogs, have special paws that are kept at a temperature lower than the body. So this helps to minimize heat loss for that body part when it's contacting the ground, so it's not as cold on their feet. All right, 4th graders, your code word is fox. So type fox on your Seesaw assignment so I know you watched our video. I love watching these little kits play. Aw, they're giving each other a hug. All right, now look carefully. The mother fox just dropped something. So she brought some food. I wonder what type of food it is. So this one kit has something in its mouth. It just dropped it. And look at it, it's pouncing. So it's practicing, because when it tries to hunt its own prey, its own animals, that's what it has to do. It has to pounce on it to grab it. I wonder what it was. Look carefully, this kit has something else in its mouth. This is a bigger animal. Ooh, if you look carefully, you can kind of see the bones of it. I wonder what that was. Ooh, that one has a nice piece of meat in its mouth. And once again, it's pouncing. Buddy, it's already dead. You don't have to pounce on it. Go ahead, eat up. Ooh, it looks like the mother brought home a squirrel now. Who wants some squirrel for dinner? Uh-oh, that one kit stole some food. The other one's trying so hard to get it. I don't think kits know how to share very well. Wonder what it's eating. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to share more animals that have visited these holes on our trail cam. Hope you enjoyed our hike.